Hello my friends, today we have another kit review. This one's from Hobbyboss. This is the Corsair Mk.III, so it's the Fleet Air Arm version for the Royal Navy, which is the UK, Naval Air Force type thing. This is not a new tool or a new kit by any means. This is a re-release from a previous kit, so this is for 2020, but the original kit for this was 2012 as a F4 Corsair, which is in US Navy markings, early version. They re-released another version again, but same aircraft but different markings. They released it again back in 2013 as a F4U-B Corsair, so that was, I believe, with like Korean markings on it type. They released a French one back in 2013, so again same aircraft but with different markings. It got released in 2014 again as F4-5 Corsair, so again slight different modifications. I'm not 100% sure on the modifications to the aircraft. It got released again 2005 as an F4 Corsair 1, which is early version. That's got the super early markings for the US, which is the round circle with the white star. And then it got released in 2015 two more times in different markings. Then they did it again 2016. So it's been around for a while. They've released it multiple times. As I say, this is 2020's version for the Royal Fleet Air Arm. So let's take a look what we get in the box. So as you get some CAD work. One of the marking options, which is in camouflage, the Royal Squadron, Royal Valley. I don't pronounce that. 759. I'm not sure what that means. NASFAF. Don't know what that means either. Corsair Mk.III. So anyone knows what that actually means? I'm not 100% sure what that means. I don't know. Kit number 80396. You say it's 148 scale. We have this other option, which is in the blue. I like this variant. This is 1945, so it's quite late. This is towards the end of the war. A little bit of info. So okay, this is the paperwork you get. You get your instructions and you get some advertisement. So we'll have a quick look at this. We've got advertisement for a tank, like self-propelled gun type thing, and obviously the Corsair that we're just about to look at. We take a look at the colour callouts at the end. So here's your worksheet. A little bit of history on the Corsair and information and stuff, symbols. Anyone's built a Hobbyboss, you pretty much know what you're in for. You know how they do theirs. First page, we have your sprue map. Everything is in the kit. We start with the cockpit, floor, bulkheads, the usual, instrument panel, dash, side consoles. You're going to have to use decals and stuff. It asks for flat black interior. The inside of the cockpit is the chromate green, I imagine. And then we go, step 2 is a detailed engine, which is pretty cool. We've got two halves of the main engine. We have the front part with all the pipes. We have the exhaust system. And then we have the front section of the engine, which is nicely done. Then we turn our attention to the gull wing section, which is the lower and upper section. These sections in here are not only are they supports, it allows you to have the folding wing mechanism on this aircraft, which is a nice touch in my opinion. Then step 4 is working on your lower tail dragger wheel with the rester hook. Going back to your gull wing section, we've got your flaps pin attached. We have this piece here is for the folding wing mechanism. We have the air intakes going in. If you're having the wings level, you use this piece, but if you're using the folded wing mechanism, you use this piece, which is like an L shape, which allows the wings to be folded up. The cockpit, once you've built it, it can be sandwiched up, and the engine can all go in, the landing tail dragger go in, so it all gets buttoned up nicely. Front cowling going in, unfortunately you can't have it open unless there's an aftermarket out there with the doors open, but unfortunately you can do that detailed engine and then it's going to be all closed away, which is a bit of a shame. You got your flaps again, tail, aileron, rudder, that usual. We have this side piece going behind the pilot, which is another another door. We've got aerials and stuff going in. Turning your attention to the wings now, which is a nice touch. We have two halves. We have the folding wing mechanism. We have the open hatches. So if you want it all closed up, you just glue them into place. But with this kit, you get detailed guns, which you can have visible. The tray of which the ammunition feed. So basically, you can have it all open and you can have all visible guns, which is a nice touch that you get with this kit. So you can pretty much have it all ready for like a mini diorama type thing. Have it all open, which is, I think, a bit more better. It's nice you get that with the kit straight out the box. Landing gear going in and the doors. This is attaching the wings. This is only showing you with the wings down. It doesn't show you about the wings up, but I know you can do it. Propeller going on, carrying drop tanks and rockets if you wish to attach those. So it looks like a pretty simple kit, and it's nice you get those extra features within the wings for guns and stuff, all visible and whatever, so it's a nice touch. This is the one I like, and this is the one I'll probably end up building. This is the one in the blue, so it's the typical dark blue, light blue, like the insignia white, pretty much like the US naval colours, but this is for the Fleet Air Arm. Or you can do the camouflage version. It's alright, but after a while you get too fed up with doing camouflage aircraft, especially for the British. You would like to change it up a little bit. So this is everything within the kit. We're going to go through these quickly. We do these small ones first. These are all in separate bags. So we have your slide molded type cowling, I imagine. This is, would it be slide molded? It actually goes that way. So yeah, nice. So we can have nice detail on the cowling. Again, like I've mentioned before, unfortunately, once you've done your engine, it's all going to be closed up, which is a bit of a shame. This piece is the bit behind the cowling for the flaps. Like, I think it's to do with the air intake and stuff. I'm not 100% sure, but you get my drift. It sits behind the cowling. These are your drop tanks. Nothing fancy. When we get them out the bag, I imagine this is all the clear. I do like attention to detail on Hobbyboss and stuff. They wrap their clear parts in protective like foamy package material type stuff. So I don't want to damage this too much, because obviously I want to rewrap them back up. So here's your main canopies. One is for the open and closed versions. They're no problem at all, crystal clear. Some lights. They look nice and crisp. There should be no problem. Just wrap these up, because if I don't do it now I end up forgetting. So we start with the sprues. I'm not going to do it in any order, I'm just going to grab them as I see them. So this sprue here is wheels, the wing fold section, engine detail. So here's a closer look at the engine detail you get for the plastic type one. It's all pretty good in my opinion for what you get out of the box. Here's the front. Nope, sorry, this is the back of the engine. I'm not sure what those parts are. Landing gear. Here's part of your piping for the engine. This is part of the engine as well. We have part of the wing fold. It doesn't look overly detailed, but I've got a reference book, so I'm going to be doing my reference. If there's anything I need to add, I can easily add it. We have part of the flap system. Again, Jetstra pins are not in those, but unfortunately there is a couple of Jetstra pins inside the wing fold, which is a bit of a shame. The wheel detail, unfortunately they're two-piece. I'm never a fan of two-piece, because you've got to do the clean-up. Part of the bulkhead system, looks nicely done as well. There's your arrestor hook, landing gear, detailed parts. That's pretty it for that sprue. And this is Sprues E. So we have this one here again. It's got some fragile parts in it by the looks of things, because it's wrapped up in the protective bubble wrap type thing. So let's see what they are protecting. So they basically wrapped it up just to protect the propeller pretty much, and these pipes. So yeah, it's nice for them to do that so these pipes don't get broken, because it'd be pretty difficult to put them back together. But when it comes to cutting these off the sprue, you're gonna have to be super careful with the cleanup. They are a little bit flashy and burry, but easy clean up anyway. It's nothing to be nothing's hard. Cockpit floor, very basic. We have this nice four-bladed propeller system. Unfortunately, you got these lines, which is alright for helping you to mark up the tips so they'll be even, but I don't like that. The blade's a little bit flashy around here, but again, a couple of swipes with a sanding stick should clean it up nicely. We have these weird piece of interior, and these are the parts of the doors on the outside. It's for the sliding mechanism for the canopy. Here is the little nose cone for the propeller. This is part of the front engine. It's what you get for an instrument panel. But again, there is a decal to go over that. You get that type and you get that type. There is two slight differences between the two aircraft, and there is differences between the instrument panel. But again, I'll be checking my references to making sure which is which, and make sure they've done it right. And comes to colours, I imagine it'd be black as usual, but I'm sure the interior It's like a chromate green. We have the air scoops. What else is there? We have another cockpit floor by the looks of things, different type. Another bulkhead. I think this is where the pilot seat goes to. We have another type of floor piece of some sort there. We have the pin for the propeller system to be so you can turn it, but I don't see the point of that most of the time because I don't play with models. Once I built them, they go on display. These are the consoles. Pretty basic, but it should be enough to do the cockpit. You're not going to see an awful lot anyway. We have some more different type of consoles here, so there is slight differences. We have the foot pedals for the rudders, like the foot pedals. We have another center piece for the console. We have, looks like, some little actuators of some sort. So here's this sprue. Some nice detail parts. This is sprue F. So again, I'm going to wrap this up quickly because I end up forgetting. We have another sprue here. We have another protective piece. So again, they've wrapped the these doors have been wrapped up so they don't break. It's probably just so you can protect those little pins. Again, so if they pretty much break off, the kit's going to be quite hard to put them back on. So here's this nice large sprue. So we have detail parts here. Looks like an aerial, landing gear doors, part of the wing system. Here's the mechanism for the folded wing. More landing gear doors. This is the detail on the inside. Again, no ejection pins, which is nicely done. We have these parts for your flaps. Yeah, these are the flaps as well, but ejection pins on the inside. But again, because they're two halves, you're not going to worry about them, and you're not going to see them. These are molded as one piece. These are flaps as well. These are inside of the doors. There's another wing. This one and this one and this one go together. So yeah, nicely done. And this is sprue G. So here's the body, the fuselage half. So the detail, nice panel line, nice rivets. It's not overly done. Panel lines are not too trench-like, they're nicely done as well. This will be my first Corsair. I haven't built one yet. I have a couple of Corsairs in my kit. Not kit, sorry, in my stash. This is one of them. I have one from Tamiya. And I have a 1/32 scale Revell one, which is quite crap, to be honest. We have nice rib detail at the back of the aircraft. Again, you're not going to see an awful lot of that. There isn't much from the inside of the cockpit walls, but again, you've got parts to stick onto it. So again, you're not going to see an awful lot, but a couple of ejection pins in the inside shouldn't be no problem. But if you do, you're going to have to take care of them. but it should be okay. Before I forget, I need to wrap this back up again. It come off this section, didn't it, guys? Down here. Okay folks, we have the wings. Again, nice detail. Nice crisp and clean. Here's the lower wing section. Oh sorry, this is the upper wing section, which has the open hatches for your guns and ammunition chutes, tray type thing. Actually, again, nicely done. I'll probably end up making it all open if it comes out okay. If it doesn't, then I can easily just put the doors on. This is on the inside. It looks pretty good. It's quite a small aircraft, even though it's 148. It's not one of the bigger fighters out there. So here's this gull wing section. This is the lower section. These giant cutouts are for the landing gear goes into. The landing gear is quite a weird one. It's like down as normal, but when it folds up, it goes up and twists round. It's quite a weird way I've ever done it, but good engineering. This is part of the air scoops as well. Again, more detail on the gull wing. Panel lines, rivets, all nice and crisp and clean. The plastic has this kind of weird texture to it, like you can see it. It is smooth, but the way the moulding is done. And here's the inside of your wheel wells. This is what the wheel well section would be. There isn't much piping in there, but again, I'm going to have to go to my reference and check how it looks. But I imagine it's quite close. We have two of these, but they're not the same, so we'll do this quickly to one side. So here is your trays for the ammunition to go into. Yes, there is jet pins on the inside, but when your ammunition goes inside, they should be covered up, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. These funny looking stripes or pieces is what you get for your ammunition. They don't look too bad. I don't know how well you can see those on camera. This is what you get for the guns. I'm not sure what guns they are. Might be Brownings or 50 calibers. I'm not 100% sure. I believe there's like 3 in each wing, so 6 machine guns in total. So here's the rockets. This is what you get for the rockets. And these are these pieces at the back. These are the hard points for the attachment for the rockets. So you will have to drill out the holes for the hard points if you're going to have your rockets attached. Having it fully loaded and all the hatches open and everything, I think would be a quite impressive little model for what you get out of the box. I think it should come out nicely. One thing I will show you quickly before I forget, I found these in the bottom of the box. I didn't show you these, so I'll show you these quickly. These are the markings. Again, I know it's something simple, but nice bit of tape just to protect the greaseproof paper type thing to protect your decals. So here's your markings. We have the marking Y to F and the BH to Q. There's the tail markings, the roundels, they don't look too bad. Couple of stencils. They are actually actual writing. It's not just no generic blur, which is a nice touch. We have the tips for propellers, but again, I wouldn't want to use these. You just mask them off and paint them. This is information for the propellers, like dimensions and stuff. And then you've got your basic instrument panel decals. Again, I wouldn't really use these apart from the main console. It's a bit crap in my opinion, but I'm going to try and swap all this out if I can for aftermarket if there's any Edward sets or whatever for this, so that's what I like to do. But this is what you get straight out of the box. We have these round markings that go propeller system, shows you the manufacturer of the propeller. So the decals are okay in some way. So there you are, my friends. There's another kit from Hobbyboss, Corsair Mk.III. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you later.
Thank you.